Anyway, what's going on, guys? It's your boy Void Matador here, and today, as I said yesterday, and as I planned on doing, today's Wednesday, so today's streaming day. Um, but in addition to streaming day, today is the debut of the budget gaming that I'm going to be doing. And to start things off, I have a game that I actually really do enjoy. I've played this countless of times. I actually spent money on this game, which kind of defeats the purpose of this entire thing, but that's besides the point. Anyway, today we are playing Warframe. And Warframe, the best way I like to describe it is that it's basically a poor man's Destiny. So with the light of Destiny 2 coming out recently and all that stuff, I decided to go ahead and why not do Warframe as the first budget game that I put out there. So I'm going to go ahead and run through everything, show you how it works, how it plays, and then like I said, I'm going to give an in-depth review on the game itself, how well I enjoy it, and so on and so forth. So yeah, without further ado, let's get into Warframe. Alright, so the way that Warframe works... Ooh. I can get a relic. Lith and 3 relic. Okay, cool. Alright, so the way that Warframe works is you are controlling what is called a Warframe, which is basically the body that you have. So what I mean by that is if you go here, you can see I have mag. Well, there are different Warframes that you can unlock and grind for, but you could also purchase as well. So this is, and each one has a different ability. Mag is she uses magnetic stuff. So if we can just check her abilities, pull, magnetize, polarize, and crush, all revolve around magnetism. So then if we switch over to someone like Saren, who I believe is poison based, spores, yeah, molt, toxic lash, and miasma, all of them are poison based. Trinity is a healer, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, well of life, energy vampire, link, blessing. And then there is Valkyrie. She uses, who has a zip line that she uses. War cry, paralysis, hysteria, stuff like that. And you also have different weapons that you can choose from that you can have each different Warframe use. And you level them up, max them out. The cool thing though, the coolest thing about that is that having all these different weapons, you can actually give your weapons. They call them upgrades. They're not really much of upgrades, but yeah, I'll show you what I mean by that. But let me go ahead and switch the sword, because which one are you using? You can change the color and customize your Warframe as much as you'd like. And let me show you what I mean by that. So we go to appearance, and you can change their color. Okay, there it is. I knew I had one that had black and yellow. Wait, hold on. Which are you using the Fang? No, you're not using the Fang. So what melee weapon do I have this person using, or this Warframe using? I can't remember. It's been a long time since I played. Durax? No. I'm sorry, guys. Yeah, the Orthos. Okay, so back to what I was saying. So you can give them upgrades, which is just like cards that you can give your weapons to give them a little buff. little boost of any kind. So we have Trick Mag, which gives you plus 60% ammo maximum. Hawkeye, which gives you 20% zoom. Pistol ammo, mutation, which means any ammo that you don't use that you see lying around will be used and converted into pistol ammo. Slip magazine, plus 10% magazine capacity, and quick draw, which is a plus 24% reload speed. You know, just stuff like that. And you can also get them for your melee weapon, which I need to do. Molten Impact and North Wind. There we go. Alright, so we also have a Worm, which is this little guy over here. He can be helpful. There are some times where he isn't helpful, like you have to do stealth missions and he does attack on command. And this is something that I'm working on right now, which is Kubro. And Kubros are like dogs, and they basically replace the worm that you have as your companion. They're really awesome. I have unlocked one before. The biggest thing I think was that I didn't play for a while, and I guess the Kubro just died. I have no idea. But in here you can see this is the foundry, which is where you would build everything that you need to build. As you can see, I can build Phase Spectre, a Vapor Sector, which are just things that I can throw out that'll help me. Bow Prime, which is another melee weapon. Bronco Prime, which is a primary weapon, I think. I have the regular Bronco, and the Bronco Prime, but these are all just blueprints, and I need to get all of the materials that are necessary for me to actually do this. Dual camas. This is systems for different warframes. Ember chassis, Ember neuro-optics. I need everything to put them together, including the actual blueprint for the warframe itself, like this. I need to get the Oberon chassis, which I already have built. I need to build this, which I don't have enough circuits for. Well, let's see, what can I build? Okay, so I can build this. Yeah. Okay, so I don't have enough circuits. Yeah, so I do need circuits. And then I'll have that. And then all I would need is the Oberon system. And you do have to, like, find these. You do have to get them, you have to defeat specific bosses. And I'll show you that in a minute as well. But in addition to all that stuff, like, there is, you know, sections and stuff that you can go through to build specific parts. And then over here is the upgrade system. So I have a lot of these. I don't really need all of them. I can get rid of most of these. But these are the attachments that you do for the upgrades, and you can actually fuse them with other ones to make them the ones that you have a little bit better. So if you look at the bottom of each one, there are dots and stuff, and that tells you the level that it's on. So how like this one's fully, this one here is fully leveled up, so that one's at the max. This only has 2 that are leveled up. So yeah, you know, that's pretty cool. It gives you further customization and stuff like that. So this is our ship. It's also like our home base and stuff. You can change the colors of everything in here. Again, customization is really awesome. So I like that they give you all these options. And again, you can change the appearance on your warframe by just going through and changing all the colors and stuff. You can also upgrade your warframe as well. I have 2 of them on here already. Alright, so let's go ahead and just jump into a mission. I'll show you how the game plays. So this is our navigation. if I zoom out, you can see these are the different planets that we can travel to. Earth, obviously, is going to be one of the first ones you can go to, so I'm just going to go to Earth.
Why are these fools still breathing my air?
I'll go ahead and go here.
This is unacceptable!
So you can play with other people, or you can play by yourself. It is pretty hard to play by yourself, because a lot of people can just join up on your lobbies and stuff. So that's really cool if you do get a lobby by yourself. Now, I'm calling this the poor man's Destiny. It's nowhere near the same thing as Destiny. It's very similar in the sense that, you know, it's outer space, you're fighting for planets and stuff like that. But the way it plays, it's kind of unique in its own sense. They're two completely different gameplay styles. And you'll see that here in a second.
The assassination target is nearby. Seek and destroy.
I love this melee weapon, because this melee weapon is just so smooth to use. Alright, so another person did just join up. Alright, so what we're going to do from here is collect as much as we can, because collectibles help you in building the blueprints that you have.
Councillor Bayhek rose to power by eliminating his enemies on the Grenier Council. He now has near complete control, which makes him one of the most influential Grenier.
And the Grenier are the people that we're fighting.
They are committing a justice! Not in my court!
Now, there are Kubros that are pretty bad. Like, they will go and attack you out in the wild. Now, as you can tell, right off the bat, this is a little more intense than Destiny is at times. The movement is completely different from Destiny, because they do have dash abilities. So you can actually jump around and fly around like that. Which allows you to get out of a sticky situation. Now those blue, you can see it says I picked up 25 energy. That's how you use your special abilities. Like the abilities that I was reading off in the beginning.
Watch yourself. Grenier are on the way.
Grenier brothers! I've done my part! Now clean up this mess!
Bayhek's plans for complete system domination make him too dangerous. You know what to do.
Why are these fools still breathing my air? This is unacceptable!
Ow, that hurts. Can you not?
instant for this nonsense. Finish them off.
Oh, okay, so some enemies do drain your energy, so you do have to be mindful of that.
Our operatives tell us Vapek has undergone an expensive regime of combat enhancement. Expect the worst.
So the movement system in this game is actually really interesting, and it makes it to where it's really fun and enjoyable to move around with the jump system if you get stuck on a wall like I did, though. Damn it, why me? Oh, yeah, I got down. Like, almost instantly.
Do not think we are done here, Tenno. I knew this day would come. I prepared. Changed myself. I made sacrifices. Tenno, are you ready for a sacrifice? Now we finish this business once and for all!
Yeah, seeing that he wiped out entire energy, all my energy. I'm not sure if he also destroys shields. I just died. Oh my god, I got downed again. Sorry about that, guys. I got a phone call midstream. I love when that happens. I don't want to stop right here. Alright, so I'm gonna go ahead and actually leave this mission, and I'll be right back. I am so sorry about that, guys. A little inconvenience happened there, but I am back. And since I already took a while, I'm gonna go ahead and end the video here. I'm sorry I didn't give you guys the correct gameplay amount and stuff like that. Like I said yesterday, this is part of the reason why I don't want to do this series live, and I wish I can go ahead and get like some capture card. I'm gonna look into it and invest some money into getting a capture card. Probably not gonna get a super good one, but I'll get something that's decent. Something that I can at least record in 720 in. I'm not too worried about 1080p right now because almost every video that I upload right now is 720. Just because that's what my Wi-Fi can handle. Anyway, so in conclusion, Warframe. Is this game worth looking at, worth playing for the total of no money to be spent? Honestly, yes. For about maybe 2 summers, I want to say, I did play this game back to back. Well, 2 years actually. I played this game for 2 years, back to back. I loved it. I grinded out for it several times. It's not this one on the PlayStation. I did it on the Xbox because that was whenever I only had one system. But during this time that I only had this one system, I would play Warframe nonstop, day and night, for 2 years straight. And I invested a lot of money into it. I'm not going to say how much because it was embarrassing how much money I spent in it. But this game, I feel is well worth the money that I spent extra. It's definitely worth its value now. It's definitely worth being free. Honestly, this is also one of those games that I wouldn't mind paying $30 for, $40 for. So if you like Destiny and like the style of the game, Warframe is definitely one of those games that you should look at if you're a little strapped for money right now. But you want to play something similar to Destiny. Warframe is definitely worth looking at. You have options of different, Warframes that you can choose from, which is always awesome. Customization and options that are given to you are always awesome. You have the ability to craft weapons that you may want. And honestly, this is one of those games that looks amazing. I mean, just look at the texture on this Warframe's skin, the customization in her colors, the ability to have companions like the Kubro or even the Worm, the ability to customize your weapons by giving them upgrades. Storyline, it can be a little confusing if you don't follow it from the beginning. That's the only downside I feel like for this game, is that the storyline is a little mixed up and a little scrambled up. But there's always something to do in this game. There is never a time where there are no missions to do. That kind of makes up for the story being all over the place, because the story is kind of hard to follow, especially once you get out of the tutorial and out of the beginning. It throws you straight into the game, and then you have options on where to start, which can throw a lot of people off. But all in all, this game is really good. Budget gaming wise, perfect. I think I'm gonna go ahead and do a score system for every budget game that I do. So for this one, budget game wise, I'm gonna give it an 8 out of 10. I am a little biased though. I wanted to give it a 9 out of 10, but realistically it is an 8 out of 10, just because of the story is a little all over the place. The maneuver system for the Warframes is a little crazy. I mean, you can jump around everywhere, you can slide. It can get a little confusing, especially if you're not used to the way that the system works, or the way that you run and you jump around. But like I said, I've been playing for 2 years and I know how to move around in the system. But other than that, everything else is pretty good. The bosses are actually really hard to beat sometimes, which is awesome, because that's something that you need in a boss fight. Is something that's not too easy to get, but not too difficult to beat as well. But yeah, so this has been Budget Gaming, guys. I've been your host, Void Matador. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.